you're busy rooting around in there and digging around and finding things, of course, what are we going to say?
Be nice.
Remember to be nice to yourself, to love yourself, and to not forget that the point of all of this, right? The point of all this at the end is bliss, right? So the point of all this isn't to work really hard on yourself. The point of this is to work really hard on yourself because the transformed state exists as bliss. A state with no opposite. A state where what trigger? Right? You notice how what trigger starts to be a state with no opposite? Yeah? You like seeing how it all comes together?
Yeah.
So you need to be kind to yourself as you root out the unconscious bastards hiding in you so that you have the opportunity to not go back into duality. See, the temptation is going to be mean to yourself because you found something unconscious in you, and that is immediately level 2 duality. So if you're mean to yourself, all you do is go back to level 2. If nothing else will encourage you to be nice to yourself, that should, right? All these months of telling you, be nice to yourself, love yourself, be nice to yourself, love yourself, or you go back to level 2, you're like, okay, fine, I'm going to be nice to myself from now on. Just to keep out of level 2. Yep. I don't want to be in level 2. I want to be in level 5. Therefore, I'm going to love myself. This trigger is mine, and I embrace it like a lover. I embrace it like holding the most precious thing close to me. And I abide in the discomfort of uncertainty without being mean to myself. I abide in the discomfort of uncertainty without being mean to myself. That's the extra little step. Elohim sort of forgets that part. That's why we're here, apparently. I abide in the discomfort of uncertainty without being mean to myself. We could make a funny flow chart, right? Level 5, ooh, look at you, this trigger is mine. I hate my trigger. Level 2. You know, we'll put a big foot there and it kicks you to level 2. It's like when you play Monopoly and it says, do not pass go, go straight to jail.
Shoots a ladder.
Yeah, the straight to jail job. That's your straight to jail card of level 2. Bang around in the bars. Okay?
Yes.
That's just how it works. You mean to yourself, duality. Appreciate yourself. Appreciate that you don't know what you're doing even. You can even say, I don't know what I'm doing and it doesn't feel good and I'm confused. That doesn't take you to level 2. Confused isn't level 2. Level 5, this trigger is mine, isn't exactly a place of mental clarity. That's not mental clarity. It's discovery. This trigger is mine is discovery. It's exploration. It's curiosity. It's willingness. None of those things are acute vision. None of those things are, I know what the hell I'm doing. None of those things are, I got it all figured out. It's all abiding in that place where the ground feels like it's moving and you surf it like you're surfing the waves in the ocean. Give yourself the pleasure of abiding in uncertainty well, which means the discomfort is not something you resist. You accept that discomfort is part of understanding, experiencing uncertainty from a healthy perspective. And you'll become accustomed to a certain level of discomfort as a place of discovery. Discomfort will become a place of discovery. It's always been a place of discovery. It's always been a place of infinite possibilities. You've hidden from it in order to get away from discomfort, but where you've gone is into suffering. And you've been willing to hang out in suffering in order to avoid discomfort. We certainly feel, and we mean that discomfort is less awkward than suffering. You're just so used to suffering, you'll do it anyway. You prefer suffering, which is more challenging, to discomfort because you're accustomed to suffering. Whereas discomfort makes you feel like you should run away because you've attached the survival instinct the danger version of the survival instinct to discomfort, and you've attached the safe version of the survival instinct to suffering. Get it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Ew. Don't do that. Just don't do that. Easier said than done? Sure. But just don't do it. Don't attach. My survival instinct is triggered, therefore I have to run to suffering rather than face discomfort. Ew. This trigger is mine, discomfort. This trigger sucks, suffering. Level 2, level 5. That's really the difference. Am I willing to abide in discomfort to get discovery, or am I going to run to familiar suffering and hide in duality and victimhood? It's such a hard choice. Let's see. It actually is kind of a hard choice sometimes, because you're so trained to go back to level 2 and level 1. Anytime you feel anything challenging what you've accepted as status quo, you run to level 1 or level 2, and you get your iddles out, and you try to make yourself feel better, and you kind of hide. Instead of saying, clear the decks, this trigger is mine, nobody else gets it, I want to see, know, experience what is happening here. And it may be hard, and I may feel discomfort, and I'm willing to abide in discomfort in order to discover what it has to give me, and to track down the unconscious bastards that are associated with it. Breathe. That's really what we're talking about here, in a very short version. Suitable for YouTube. Veronica's quite pleased. She's like, yay! That was easy.
Session's not even over and she's planning on the
Overachieving light worker? Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.